Hey everybody, what's up? It's Chapman here, and welcome back to another Tutorial Tuesday. On this one, I am going to be building a looping villager trading hall. This design is heavily inspired by ETHO. I'm going to be building 3 of them like this, but it is a tileable design. Tileable design. These are the items that you are going to need right here to build one of them. The skulk sensor is not necessary, but it kind of is. You can do anywhere from 12 to 15 villagers. Any more, it starts to get a little bit sketchy. And the first thing that we are going to do for this build is we are going to dig ourselves a 3 by 17 long trench that is 3 blocks deep in total. Okay, and with your 17 by 3 pit dug, 3 blocks deep, now it's time for you to decide what is going to be the front and what is going to be the back. This is going to be the back side. And in the back left corner, what we are going to do is we are going to build ETHO's hopper clock. So to start, place down a solid block in the corner with a comparator going into it, and then a redstone block on top of it. And then what we need to do is we need to place 2 hoppers, both of them feeding into each other, with another comparator coming out from it into a solid block with some redstone dust on top of it. Above these comparators, we're going to need 2 sticky pistons facing inwards with a redstone block attached to either one of them, and that is how you build ETHO's hopper clock. This is going to be the power plant for the whole system right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a sticky piston, we're going to face it up on the back side of that solid block. With it doesn't really matter what one, but any block above this one, another solid block behind it with a repeater, another sticky piston facing up, and then above this sticky piston, we need to put a piece of glass or another solid block. It can't be a redstone block, but it just can't be grass or dirt. I don't know why. And then from here, we're going to leave a 1 block gap, place a sticky piston facing in with a piece of dirt on top of it, redstone dust, another solid block, and then we need a lever on top of this solid block. From here, we are just going to place a temporary block above the glass with a note block above it. And with that all done right there, we are now going to take 7 blocks and place them into either one of the hoppers. It does not matter which one. Actually, you know what? Let's do 8. I'll put 8 in there. And now, if we put an observer on top of this note block right here, as you can see, when the farm is on, the farm is on. We get a signal every time that glass block goes up and touches that, and every time that it goes away. And when we press the lever and turn it off, it's going to pull that sticky piston away, and now the farm is off. Is that not slick? That little system right there helps with keeping all of the villagers aligned and in place. Like I said, this is the whole power plant for the whole farm right there. Now what we're going to do is we are simply going to bury it all. Except for this area right here. We're going to come back to this area. And you're going to leave a 1 block gap right there, so that way that glass can go up and down. Once you have that all covered, next what we're going to do is from this note block right here, we're going to place down 4 slabs with a single trapdoor behind it, and then we're going to leave a 2 block gap and place some stairs facing in. Coming back to the front, in front of this slab, we're going to remove this block and place down some soul sand with a set of stairs in front of the soul sand sideways. And then what we're going to do is we are going to waterlog these stairs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place down 2 temporary blocks and then take our glass, and we are going to surround everything we just built here with a 2-high wall of glass. And then above this first slab, we're going to place down a sign, and then we're going to place another sign right here, 1 back from the trap door. With that done, we can now waterlog these stairs and the single block right here in front of this sign. And with everything in place, we should now have ourselves a nice little water flow all the way to the front up here. We should stop right at this sign. This is what we want right here. With the water stream done, we're now going to place an observer facing forward with another one facing down. We'll come back to that one afterwards. A note block and a little butt crack there of the 2 observers. A single piece of glass. And then from here, we're going to run a fence gate sideways with 3 more of them the opposite direction of the front one there. Above these fence gates, we are going to place down some glass and then 2 solid blocks with a note block, an observer, and then 1 more note block. Then place a solid block above each one of these observers, and then take 5 redstone dust and run it up all the way from that note block to that note block right there. What that is going to allow us to do is that when we turn this farm on right here, you guys are going to see it actually triggers everything down here below all at once, shuffling the villagers in one by one, as well as cycling the next part right here, which we are going to do, which is the villager pods, where everybody links up to all of their workstations and everything. Okay, and I lied, we're actually doing the water column to go up first before we do the workstations. Now, in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to place a temporary block in between both of these observers right here, with a slab on the top half of it in front of it. Remove that. And then we're going to take a trap door and we're going to place it on that piece of glass right there so that it can open up and backward. Remember, the villagers are going to be flowing in here forwards, so we want to make sure that that trap door opens up backwards so that there's no hang up whatsoever. From here, we're going to come to the top and we're going to place a glass block above that slab right there. And then we're going to build this up another 2 blocks in total. And then place 3 more glass in front of us. We're going to come back 1 more. Place a piece of soul sand behind us at the end right here, and then we are going to surround this soul sand. Take our stairs, place them opposite of the soul sand with glass on either side, and then build all of this up another 2 blocks in total. So you should have a 3 high 3x1 right here above the soul sand. And in the middle of that 3 high, we're going to take 3 fence gates, we're going to place them in the center, and we're going to open all of them. This is going to allow us to waterlog this stair right here. We're going to have to go down and we're going to have to literally place water in all of this right here, and as well as above this soul sand. So again, remember, you need to make sure that you waterlog every single one here, so that way you can get the bubble flows all the way up. The trapdoor down there blocks it, but it doesn't seem to matter. They get the little kick at first. Now we're just going to build this all up 1 more right here in the center. Place 1 more trapdoor in the center. Open it. Give this side right here a roof. And then we need to add on another 5 layers onto this. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5. On the outsides here, we're going to come backwards another 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then remove this block, place 2 glass blocks below us here, a single slab in front of that, and then this little spot right here. This is where all the villagers are going to drop down into their workstations. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to build this up another single block, and we'll come back to this, because I need to fill both of these water columns right here. Okay, both water columns are filled. Now before I fill this one all the way to the top, I am just going to leave this one here. And we are now going to work on getting these villagers in place. Because of the stairs there too, as long as they're waterlogged, you should be able to now remove all of these blocks. Okay, but with that all done, that is what you should have right there. I don't know if I explained that well or if I didn't. Whatever. It's just 2 bubble columns that go up. And now for the villager pods, what we're going to do is, in order to get them going, we're just going to run 3 temporary blocks up like so, with an observer reading into the top one. From here, we're going to put a trapdoor going into the observer to make sure that it goes down, with another observer reading down into that one, a glass block on either side of the trapdoor, and then we're going to cover both the glass and this note block with our workstations. From here, we're going to place a trapdoor going up. We make sure that is up. Another note block, a single trapdoor, a single slab with glass on either side of the trapdoors again, so above the workstations there. Not there. Place an observer facing down into the note block with a trapdoor up, workstations on the glass and the slab, and that right there is how you build each villager pod. It is quite literally that simple. Note block with a trapdoor going into a slab with glass on both sides of the trapdoor. An observer facing down into the note block with a trapdoor going up, allowing all of the villagers to stay aligned on the one side. You see that? Workstations on the glass and the slab. and then just rinse and repeat that another 3 more times. Okay, and with all of your workstations done and in place, that is what you should have right there. 5 villager pods with 15 workstations, all of them on the inside of the farm, keeping them as close to the villagers as possible while they're doing their routes. And now to finish this off, we are actually going to replace this observer right here that is below us with a piece of glass. We're going to place another piece of glass on the observer right down there with some redstone dust on top of it, an observer reading into the redstone dust, then a note block, one more observer, one more note block, 3 pieces of glass beside us in order to contain and close all of this in. Replace these 2 blocks with some solid blocks. Place 2 more trapdoors, both of them down. 1 more on the bottom half slab of that top piece of glass. Cover these 3 blocks with some redstone dust. Place 1 fence gate right here, sideways. Place your final water here on this piece of glass so that way all of your water flows towards this trapdoor. Give all of this a roof so that way no villagers can pop up and out. And with everything all connected and done, that is what that section right there should look like for all of those villagers. Each villager pod should look identical, with the trapdoor being on where the slab is so that way everybody can slide down when they want to. But with all of that all done and complete, now with just a flick of a lever, everything all the way to the top runs on just one single system. Now the only thing left to do is I've got to get rid of these right here. And I've got to load this, I got to load this sucker up with some villagers. Okay, all 15 villagers have been officially loaded into the system. The best way to do it is to literally just push them into the front here and then let the system cycle them through. But as I can say, everybody is working wonderfully. I'm even going to do... Look at them go! There's absolutely no hang-ups whatsoever. And I could even turn the thing off. And like I said, they stay there. But in order to stop this guy from drowning, what you need to do is replace this piece of glass with a note block. So that way he's capable of flying up. But in order to make this a foolproof system, so that way, yeah, you basically never forget and you never accidentally kill one of your favorite villagers, here's all you gotta do. We're going to come over here to this side right here, and we're going to replace this glass with an observer. And then below that, we are going to do the same thing. Observer facing down, note block above it, and then we're going to come down into this hole. We're going to remove that block right there. And then the rest of this is basically up to you where you put this, okay? Let's just say you have a door, and your door is like right there. Just place down some wool with a skulk block on the back side of that wool. Now, wherever you have that skulk block, you're going to want to make sure that you put down a comparator and then a repeater. And then off of that repeater, we're just going to run some redstone to that observer right there. Now, anytime, let's just cover all of this up now. So now, anytime we've got our little villager thing on, and let's say we're trading and all these guys are coming through and we've got all of our fantastic trades. Now let's say we turn the farm off and we forgot to cycle this guy through and we go to leave. It doesn't matter. We are now officially safe. The skulk block has done its job and we're safe. He's safe. He's not going to drown in the water. And it doesn't interfere with anything that the farm has to do at all. So it's completely up to you where you put that system right there. Just run it over to that observer underneath the ground, and you can safely deactivate this thing when you are done. But with this setup, you should be able to easily just rip through all of your villagers. Again, you can set the timing for how fast these guys cycle. You can set this up with depending on how many you put inside the hopper clock. But we should be able to rip through all of these villagers and even get them a second time too as well. So right now the time is set to 2,000 and I'm just going to start cycling these guys and we're going to see how many trades that we can get from these guys. We should be able to get 2 each throughout the entire day. That's how fast this setup is. But that is it right there. That is the looping villager trading hall. Now, if you have any issues with villagers where they're hanging up like that, they shouldn't, because the next villager is going to come up and bump him. You could always just put a backwards water flow, like so, in order to pull the villagers in as they come around and get... all they gotta do is even touch the water, and they get pulled in. And if you have any issues with villagers down here, all you have to do is just make sure... just waterlog that slab. And everything should go a little bit more smoothly. I had one more trapdoor on me and I couldn't figure out what it was for. It was for right here. Put it right there and open it. That way, and if any XP flows up from you trading with these guys, it's all just gonna come flying out that gate right there anyways, so you should have nothing to... oh my god, look at them all. They've re-upped already. And we're just about there. Look at them all. See, we can trade twice a day from these guys easily. And I'm getting them all ranked up to the diamond level. This is crazy. Absolutely. I'm out of emeralds. Okay, whatever. Absolutely crazy. But there it is right there, everybody. The Looping Villager Trading Hall. I can't wait to build this on the hardcore series. This is gonna be so sick. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Goodbye.